Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing another Q&A. I like to do these at least like once a month or once every other month. That's more personal, where I just sit down and talk to you guys and answer your guys' questions. So that is what we're gonna do today. If you ever want to send in any of your questions, you can follow me on Instagram. It is just Jazmine Garcia. I have it on the screen for you guys. It's also always in my description box along with links to other things like Twitch and ASMR and all that stuff. But for now, we will just get into these questions. So what I did is I posted on Instagram using the questions and answers feature, and I said, ask me anything, and you guys delivered. The first one I have is from Twats, and she said, what is something that gives you faith in humanity? So, you know, with everything happening in the world right now, it can be a little hard to keep faith, but I would say just the good deeds that I see from day-to-day people in the street. For example, yesterday I was driving home and there was a man in the middle of an intersection who was completely face down, passed out, or so we thought. And I saw one or two people surrounding him, so I pulled over my car and I ran over to see if he was okay. Turns out he was having a seizure. And, you know, more and more people started to crowd around, and not just to watch, people were actually, you know, trying to ask questions. Is he with somebody? Putting him on his side, grabbing water. I think seeing people come together when someone is in need is really important, and it does restore my faith because, you know, there are a lot of bad people in the world, and so when I see things like that, I'm like, ah, faith restored. C.West24 said, do you recommend jawline Botox? How many times did you get it? So there's two different types of I mean, you said Botox, so you are probably talking about that, but there's also jawline filler where you can actually like give yourself a jawline. I have never gotten that. I get jawline Botox, and it was so huge, and it has made such a difference for my TMJ. I actually went to a dentist office though. I don't know if I'd recommend going to like a medical spa or, you know, something like that. I would actually see somebody who specializes in TMJ Botox, because it is a very specific placement and there's a specific amount of vials that they need to use depending on how severe your case is. But it definitely, what it does is it basically makes it so that the muscle is inactive because you're grinding your teeth, making the muscle grow, which is then causing the disc to kind of slip within your jaw, and it causes all of that extra pain and all of that. So the smaller the muscle is and the less active it is, the better it is for the pain and overall discomfort. I need to get the filler. My jaws have been driving me nuts, and my face is wider than usual. The way that I can tell is like, my face isn't wide, but like this area is what protrudes for me, because otherwise it'd be more like that. I guess it is kind of like that. Okay, I don't know, maybe I'm in my head. I do recommend it if you have TMJ. It is such a game changer. Tanya Cruz 30, what are your favorite brand for jeans? It's always hard to find some that fit me perfectly. So I've been wanting to do an updated version of jeans for short and curvy girls, because it is hard if you are 5'1" and you've got hips and a tiny waist, or if you've just got hips in general, if you've got a booty, if you've got quads, whatever it is, it's hard to find good fitting jeans because a lot of them are made for taller people and skinnier people. But I feel like in the last year or two, companies are starting to realize that there's a need for that. So I want to do kind of like an updated go-to jeans, but the one that I can recommend off the bat right away is going to be BDG jeans at Urban Outfitters. I have them on right now. I literally only wear these jeans now, and they are the most comfortable jeans ever. Just yesterday, they were having a sale, 30% off of all of their denim, but the sale ended last night. I would still check them out, and also if you don't want to buy them new, you can go on Poshmark or something like that. There's so many used options on there. Actually, the ones I'm wearing right now, I got used on Poshmark for like 30 bucks. Adriana X Doll said, did you get a boob job and your confidence is skyrocketing? I love it. Yeah, my confidence is skyrocketing recently. I don't know, like I still have low self-esteem, 100%. In other areas of my life, I 100% still have low self-esteem, but my like overall self-image and my body image and the way like I view myself, I'm like, I'm like feeling more comfortable in the skin I'm in, and I'm feeling good. So I appreciate that. And no, I didn't get a boob job. For the first time in my life, people are asking me that question, and I'm kind of flattered because I've always had really petite boobs. I started birth control again after months of not being on it, maybe even a year. And I'm on the same birth control that I was on before, but this time it is, you know, it can like swell your breasts. And so I feel like that's what it's doing, is it's just kind of causing some swellage and thus making them look like perkier and bigger. And I'm not opposed. It's like the boob job that I always wanted, and I didn't have to pay for it. So who knows how long it'll last. One day you guys are gonna be like, okay, where did they go? And I'll be like, _Miss Waringer said, favorite books to read outside of comics. So I've actually kind of stopped reading comics recently. I mean, I still read them here and there, but they're not all I read anymore. Right now, I've gotten really into nonfiction. I've been a fiction reader my entire life, from being a kid, obviously, all the way to young adult, to adult fiction. And recently, I just have not been wanting to read fiction. I've been wanting to learn and learn and learn and learn. I've been so thirsty to just learn more about the world and our history and things that are happening in it. I've been really into psychology, philosophy, and just science-based books. Right now, I am reading *Sapiens*. I've been talking about it so much. It came out back in 2014, so I'm late to the party, but it is an absolutely incredible book. It's like one of Barack Obama's favorite books. His review was in there. Maybe I'll start including them again in my monthly favorites or something, because yeah, there are so many books out there that I love. But right now, nonfiction, if you're looking for a book recommendation, that is in my type of style of book, I'd say *Sapiens*. Take a Gamble 27 said, what are you thinking about going back to school for? So I talked about this on Instagram the other day that I am heavily considering going back to school. I've played with this idea in my head for at least 2 years now, but I didn't know what I'd want to do. I didn't know what I'd want to study. I also wasn't in a place financially where I could just drop money on a college. And so I'm still kind of toying with the idea, because there are a lot of things that I work on the side, and I know to you guys it might seem silly, but for me it really is my work and I just love it. So I obviously have my channel, I have my ASMR channel, I'm starting a gaming channel, I have my Twitch community, Omar and I have our project that we're working on. I upload like 30 videos a month within all of these networks. So it's a lot of time and a lot of social so I get pretty tired, but I think once some of these things launch off and I get into a flow, I'm gonna have some more time because I'll backstock footage. Anyway, I'm blabbering. So what I'd want to go back to school for, I am torn right now between two completely different things, probably three total. But okay, so my heart wants to go to school for zoology and, do field research study on animals in their wild habitats and researching how they interact with their environments. I am so passionate about that. I love it. I would never actually work in a zoo. I'd actually want to go and travel and be in the jungle risking my life. That just really appeals to me. And my only concern with that is that it is not a very high-paying field unless you work for the government, and I don't know that I'd want to work for the government with that type of thing. So that's my struggle, my internal struggle. And then political science is the next one, because there are so many different places that you can go with a political science degree. I obviously already now have my own personal experience background with business and communications, so I just think that, there's a lot that I'd be able to do with that. Final thing is psychology, but that's not really at the top. I'd say it's like zoology, poli-sci, and then psychology. Those are my three main ones, because I want to make sure that whatever I get into, I won't hate later down the line. Marcy Rudd said, what is your favorite thing you discovered about yourself in the last 5-ish years? I would say my favorite thing is that I have recently become really good at communicating, and that was something I struggled with for a very long time. And I don't know, I guess that's not maybe a discovery, it's something that I had to practice and get better at, but I mean, it took time, and it's something that I was really bad at. I was a quick person to flash, I just had hot blood all the time, and everything made me upset, and I never knew how to say it. I would just stay quiet or I'd burst and say things that weren't even relevant to the situation. Now I just know how to talk about things, and I know how to communicate things in a way that isn't harmful to the other person and doesn't make them feel terrible about themselves and doesn't make me feel terrible about myself because of the way that I said those things. I think communication is so important, and being able to just come from a level-headed place of like, hey, I don't like this, but I do appreciate this. How can we make this relationship balanced for both of us? That has been such a huge discovery accomplishment in my life. Discovery and accomplishment. Jessica Does Stuff says, what is your biggest deal breaker when dating? Minus smokers. My biggest deal breaker is if they are completely self-absorbed, or if they basically if they feel that money defines happiness, then it's probably not gonna work out, because there are some people that really just seem to think that, buying fancy things and living in a fancy place and always going to the fanciest of everything is what makes them look cool to people, and what actually is the only purpose in their life that makes them happy. I just don't like it, and I think it's a very douchey characteristic to have, and I just don't want to be, I don't want to be with anyone who thinks that way, because really, if we want to get into consumerism, they're part of the problem. As much as I love someone like Ariana Grande, I love all of her songs, but that song that she just came out with, I Want It, I Got, consumerism is an issue, and it's always what makes people feel like they're not valuable enough, and that's just a poor way of thinking, and they need to be enlightened, because there is much more to life than materialistic items. Lefty said, do you consider yourself a spiritual person? I would say yeah. pretty spiritual. Jay Castillo TX said, when you see a guy, what's the first thing you look at? Eyes, teeth, etc. I mean, the first thing, like, I look at their face if they're talking to me, but as far as a feature that I would hope to like, I would probably say their teeth or hair. I mean, I really care about teeth, and I'd say teeth are a deal breaker because I really care about well taken care of teeth. I don't really care so much about if they're super crooked or anything. I mean, I do kind of care, but really I care about your oral hygiene, and then I care about hair and the way that you style it, the way that it's worn, things like that. Can you wear hair? I don't know, the way that it's styled. J Cadillac, favorite alcoholic drink. I love beer, and I always get a lot of crap for that because I just, you know, like, I'll drink tequila, I'll drink vodka, I'll drink gin, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be happy. I won't be enjoying myself. Beer just always tastes good, and I'm able to balance out my level of drunkenness because it takes longer to drink. By the time I have 2 beers, because I never drink now, I will be drunk. I won't be drunk, I'll be buzzed. I'll be like pleasantly buzzed. It just tastes good. It's crispy, kind of is like drinking a soda that has alcohol in it. I love beer. Paige Eyes asked if I am dating somebody. So I recently put up a video giving you guys like an update on my love life and getting ready for a date with me. I am back on the dating market. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily looking for a relationship or actively seeking one out. However, I am not opposed to one at this point. I really was, like, even just a month ago, but now I'm kind of more open to just, if I meet the right person, then I would love to pursue that. Right now I'm just like dating and getting to know different people. The LA dating scene is really hard because a lot of the guys here are in the entertainment industry, and not to put them all under one umbrella because I know it's not like this. Hello, Ryan Gosling is married, and like, wish that could be my man. I think that a lot of these guys think that they're hot shit when they're not, and they are just players, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't really want to be involved in that. I don't really want to talk to you. Like, that's kind of gross. I've been on some good dates. I've been on some really bad dates. I've been on some really, really great dates. And as far as my update on date number 2, it went good. I won't say it went amazing. It didn't go terrible. I was just like, it was a good date. That's the update on how date number 2 went with that mysterious person that you guys will never know who it is unless it actually became serious, and it probably won't. All right, guys, that is all the time that I have for today's Q&A. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, throw this video a thumbs up. I will do another Q&A for you guys. Probably not next month, maybe the following month or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. There's some fun stuff coming up for September, so be on the lookout for that. And that's it for now. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Besitos, bye.